Hi guys, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be switching out my perfume tray. So these are the perfumes that I wore during the month of January. January felt like it took 300 years to finish. I'm ready for a new month. I'm ready for a new perfume tray. So I usually stick to the perfumes on my tray. Maybe once in a while, I will wander off and use something else that's not on the tray. But for the most part, I stick to my tray and I love to see the dents in my bottles little by little. I just love using my collection. I don't just like shopping, or I don't just like getting my hands on the new things. I love to really enjoy my collection, and this is like a hobby for me. I really love switching out my trays and curating my collection as I go. If you are new to my channel, I love talking about all things girly, fragrance, self-care, beauty. If you like that type of content, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any future uploads. And with that said, let's jump right into February's perfume tray. So here are my January bottles. I did put some dents into a lot of them, and I'm very excited about that. I feel like this year I just really want to enjoy what I have. I'm always going to be buying new products, and that's just part of what I do and enjoy, but I also really enjoy using what I have, making dents in my bottles. It really just makes me feel like I'm using my collection and enjoying it. So perfume trays have just been the perfect way to rotate my collection. I get tired of things very easily. If you've been watching my channel, I'm sure that you've noticed doing a perfume tray really helps to just keep things kind of exciting and fun. And I am ready for February's perfume tray. I think I did this in the past with one of my trays, but since we are going into Valentine's Day month, I am going to be putting bottles on my tray that are pink and red. So it's going to be a super pretty Valentine's Day inspired type of theme for this month. So I am going to take out all of the fragrances that I have on my tray, give it a little wipe down, and start adding my perfumes for February. One little quick update for those of you who really watch my updates and how everything is going with my fragrances. In my last perfume update, I told you guys I didn't have no declutters, and I still don't, but Kilian's Rolling in Love is on the chopping block. So I'm most likely going to be putting Rolling in Love in this tray just because I want to wear my Scarlet Poppy from Jo Malone and my Rolling in Love to see which one I prefer, because the more I wear Rolling in Love, the more I'm realizing it reminds me so much of Scarlet Poppy. I think I like Scarlet Poppy much better. And I feel like if you have one or the other, you don't necessarily need both. But I'm going to make sure about that this month. So that's what I'm gonna have, both of them on the tray, and I'll decide during February what I'm going to do. But all of the other ones are staying in my collection. I'm loving them. So many good finds or good oldies that I loved and I got to use again this month. So let's clear out the tray. Alright, so let's get started with February's perfume tray. And the first fragrance I'm going to be putting on my tray is a new addition to my collection. I'm so excited to wear it this month. I cannot wait. And this is Marc Jacobs Daisy Love Pop. I'm so excited for this perfume, and I feel like I'm just gonna love it more and more. And I've been doing layering combos. I've been sneaking it in January, but in February, I'm gonna definitely give it some more use. Next up, this is pretty much the only one that I'm kind of going back and forth with. So I'm going to be adding Rolling in Love, like I mentioned to you guys, just to see which fragrance I want to keep in my collection. I'm also going to be adding Jo Malone's Scarlet Poppy. So these two fragrances, I feel like they're so similar. I think I personally prefer Scarlet Poppy, but I am going to be adding these both to the tray to make up my mind and let you guys know, do you need both of these? Which one do I like more? So that'll be something that we'll be talking about this month. Next up, I'm going to be adding a fragrance that I love. I don't wear it all the time, but every single time I wear it, I just fall so in love with it. And this is Twilly de Hermes Eau Pauvre. This is the flanker to Twilly de Hermes, and I love this one. This is very unique fragrance, and the notes in this fragrance are notes that I usually run away from, like patchouli and rose and peppery notes, and somehow they come together in this fragrance and they just create such a beautiful fragrance. So this is one that I'm going to be adding to February's tray again. Next up, we have Coach Floral Blush. I have not worn this in so long. I love this fragrance. This is definitely an underrated fragrance. It's so pretty for those of you who love pretty, fruity, floral, just fresh type of fragrances. There is peach in here. There's peony, goji berries, grapefruit. Then there's musk and white wood. So it's just a very beautiful, rounded out fragrance. And I am so excited to start wearing this one again because I haven't picked this up in probably like a year or more. So it's almost like a new fragrance for me. I'm excited to see how it goes this month. Next up is one of my favorite flankers from the La Vie Belle line. I don't necessarily go for the original La Vie Belle, but I really do enjoy a lot of the flankers. So for this tray, I'm going to be adding La Vie Belle in Rose, and I have not picked this one up in a long time. So I am bringing out a lot of fragrances that I haven't used in a while. So I am super excited for this month. So this one is La Vie Belle, but there's some berries in here. There's rose, but the rose is not too much. It's not vintage type of rose, and I am kind of explaining like how I remember these fragrances, and hopefully they are still the same, because I have noticed that over time our noses can change and sometimes they're not what I remember. But this one is one that I really look forward to wearing this month. Next, I'm going to be adding Atelier d'Or's Pink Me Up. We gotta shake the bottle, of course, because the bottle is just so beautiful, and I am so excited to wear this fragrance this month. Again, this one has rose. It's a very girly, festive type of scent, like something that you can wear for birthday parties, birthday dinners, celebrations, things like that, and even date night as well as Valentine's Day. So this one is perfect for all of those categories, and it's just gorgeous and very, very feminine. Next up, I'm going to be adding Lattafa's Yara. I have not worn this since last summer, so I'm very, very excited to see how it smells during winter time, if I recommend it for winter. And the first thing that I thought of when I sprayed this, but I didn't mention it until I had someone else comment the same thing, so it confirmed that there is a similarity. This reminded me of Giorgio Armani's Si Fiori. There are differences, but for some reason that's the fragrance that came to my mind. I wouldn't say that it's a dupe at all, but there are a lot of similarities between those two, and it's just a very feminine, creamy, kind of berry type of scent. I think of like those berry, like a berry parfait or something like that. Really, really nice feminine scent. Next up, I'm going to be adding my Hot Couture by Givenchy. Very, very excited to put this on my tray. This is one of my favorite fragrances. Also, a fragrance that is super unique and different. So this one is a little smoky. It has raspberry, strawberry. It's fruity, smoky, feminine, but very boss babe energy with this one. Next up, I'm going to be adding New Notes Latte di Cherry. I did haul this not too long ago. I definitely want to try it out. I want to get to know it better, see if this is finally the cherry for me. I have been loving it from the times that I've sampled it, but we're really gonna get into it for this month. I am so sorry that I have kind of like moved the lighting around so much today. Lighting has just not been my friend today, but we're gonna keep it pushing. So here is another fragrance that I have not picked up in a long time, and to me it's another unique, beautiful, beautiful scent, and this is from Juliet Has a Gun. This is Magnolia Bliss. So this, very strong with the magnolia. There's also ginger in here that I pick up a lot. This always reminded me of like the Herbal Essence rose shampoo from back in the day, but with a little spice added to it. So I really think this one is so, so beautiful. Next up, I'm going to be adding two Kayali fragrances. These are from the Eden line. We have Eden Juicy Apple. I have not worn her in a minute. One of my favorite fragrances as well. Very nice juicy apple scent. And I am also going to be adding Eden Sparkling Lychee or Lychee. And this one I was going to wait a little bit longer until like springtime, but I will give her a wear again, even though I think that this one's going to be so beautiful during spring season. Next up, I'm going to be adding Givenchy's Irresistible. This is the EDP version. This is beautiful for Valentine's Day as well. I wore this for Mother's Day. I've worn it during just moments that I want to feel very feminine and pretty. It's a very, very beautiful scent. Now we're going to be adding a yummy gourmand sweet sugary scent, and this is going to be Sabrina Carpenter's Sweet Tooth. Definitely need this for Valentine's Day month, for those days that you want to Netflix and chill, watch movies, be cozy together. I love this type of scent for that. So yummy. There is something about the Giorgio Armani Si Passione line that I always just think of Valentine's Day, date night, romantic. So I actually prefer just the original Si Passione, which I do have a travel size of. I used to have that one before. This one is the Eclat version, so I want to give it some use because I really haven't picked this up too much. I've worn it a few times and I know I've loved it, but I want to make sure that I still feel the same way about this one. Next up, I'm going to be adding BDK Perfumes Rouge Smoking. This is another cherry fragrance that I really enjoy. So I am very happy to give this one some more use finally, because every time I want to use it, I don't use it as much as I would like. But I'm going to make it a point this month to really wear this one. Next up, I'm going to be adding Lancome Idole. I believe this is Aura, if I'm not mistaken. I will put the name on the screen like I always do, but beautiful bottle. This does have a popcorn note, and I remember not really picking it up too much. So I'm very, very excited to wear this one this month. Next up, I am bringing her out. You guys know I fell in love with this fragrance. This is my Delina of choice, and this is Perfumes de Marly Delina La Rose. She is a beauty. She is refreshing, juicy, beautiful, almost aquatic, yet fruity, and that rose is very soft. The lychee is in there smelling so good, which is not a note that I usually go for, but there's just, this fragrance can do no wrong in my eyes. Super excited to wear her this month. Next up, we have Nishane 100 Silent Ways. I really love this one. The first few times that I wore it, and I cannot wait to wear it some more to see if any notes have changed now that it's been sitting for a few months. I cannot wait to get into this one this month again. Next up, we have Xerjoff Italica. I fell again in love with this fragrance. I am just so happy to have this fragrance. It is a gourmand, but it is just a very unique, well thought out, refined, smooth, yummy gourmand. It is so good, and I cannot wait to wear it some more. Next up, I'm going to be adding Victoria's Secret Tease Sugar Fleur. This is like a very flirty, playful, sweet fragrance, and I love to have this one like for every day or for running errands. And last but not least, I'm going to be adding my Valentino Donna Born in Roma Pink. This is the flanker that I enjoy from the Born in Roma line. I have been liking this fragrance more and more. Very long lasting on me and very feminine and just beautiful. So that is my perfume tray for the month of February. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I think it looks really pretty and just beautiful for February. So let me know what you guys think about this month's tray. Which ones do you love? Which ones are you excited to hear about? I cannot wait to get into my updates and all of that throughout the month. So thank you so much for watching this video. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I cannot wait to chat with you guys in the comment section. And with that said, that is my February perfume tray. I will see you guys in my next video.